Hey, hey, hey to all my beautiful people in the DMV area. Welcome back to another episode of Major Impact on the DCW Channel 50, where we are bringing you inspirational individuals who are doing amazing things in their industry. I am joined today by my beautiful co-hosts, Aquania and Ellie. How are you doing this morning, ladies?
I am doing amazing. How are y'all doing? Y'all look amazing. So you must
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Ellie. Nice to see you again, Terry. I missed you guys.
I don't know about you, but my jaw has been dropped these last couple of days on the internet. She has been under fire lately. A few of her former dancers have come forward with some concerning allegations, accusing her of body shaming her dancers for gaining too much weight. And it's like crazy because that's the opposite of what she stands for. And more seriously, the Grammy Award-winning artist is also accused of sexual harassment and contributing to a hostile work environment. It's a lot. These allegations were detailed in a lawsuit filed against Lizzo's company, ironically named Big Girls, Big Touring. I mean, ladies, what do y'all think about this? Because I was floored. Okay.
This is beyond shocking. It really is, because Lizzo has always kind of prided herself on promoting body positivity, confidence, being comfortable in your own skin. Like, she is the poster girl for that. And Lizzo herself has been a victim of body shaming, even by public figures, which that right there is even more sad, because what message are we sending to people when our public figures are even body shaming? I'm jaw dropped, just like you, Ellie.
I'm torn. I don't know what to believe. She's come out and said that they're not true allegations, but somebody's got some explaining to do, and it's all going to come out eventually.
That's what I think. And there are other people who worked with her who also said, like, she's really like that. So I don't know. There's always some truth to even a lie, So even if people are exaggerating, something in there is true. And you know what? She did finally respond to the controversy with a tweet. And like you said, Aquania, she denied all the claims, right? And she goes on to explain and say that her own struggle with being body shamed daily, according to Lizzo's tweet, she would never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. So I don't know, ladies. I feel like maybe, what's really been going on is coming to light. But what are your final thoughts on this scandal?
Torn is an understatement, but let me just say this. We just in our industry, right? We never want to see kind of like the fall of any entrepreneur, any minority female entrepreneur. So I honestly hope that the truth, will come out, and hopefully maybe it's an over exaggeration, but I think it's really sad that when people are building and growing and kind of have that rise, you are going to have people that have that negative energy, and sometimes they kind of exasperate things. So what I will say is that we don't really know what happened. And so I hope that the public, us, everybody will just give it a chance to kind of play out, because we don't want to see our sisters fall. Like, come on, y'all. So I hope that it's not true and that the truth comes out.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah. So how about this? On to our next hot topic. Okay. So how about Adidas, y'all? Adidas made $437 million. Look, I gotta do my hand like this. Million in Yeezy sales for the shoes that were left over after they ended the partnership with Kanye West. Now, a portion of the sales are going to go to kind of anti-hate groups, but the big thing, if you recall, is that Adidas broke ties with Kanye after there were some insensitive comments, some anti-Semitic comments, and they were left with over $1 billion worth of inventory in these high demand, high quality shoes. Now, they have made some money, but what are y'all thoughts on that? $437 million after breaking the tie with him.
This is tough, but at the end of the day, business is business, right? They had a partnership, and I'm kind of glad they made use of all those leftover Yeezys, because over $10 million have already been contributed to anti-hate groups. One of them being the Philanese and Keita Floyd Institute for Social Change. So I'm really excited that we're putting these dollars to good use. We're putting it towards causes that mean something, but they did what they had to do to make money with what they had.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I am glad that they were at least able to make use of that inventory, but they had to sell at like a fraction of the cost, right? And it really just goes to show how powerful Kanye's brand is, that after they dropped him, people really were not trying to buy. So speaking of Kanye, who I do still love, right? he's been pretty hush lately, if you guys have noticed that. And it actually seems that on Twitter, or X, right, our owner, Elon Musk, has actually reinstated his account. So as I mentioned, although it's not called Twitter anymore because Elon Musk actually changed the name to X, which I want to know what y'all think about this name because it's kind of throwing me for a loop. But this, among many changes made to the beloved app, he has also come out in defense of people who were previously penalized for their tweet reposts or likes, and he's now offering to pay the legal fees for those who he says were treated unfairly to sue. So what do you think about this?
There's so much to unpackage here. Let me just say, and I think we talked about this before in Hot Topics about just, one of the things that we're founding on is freedom of speech. Like whether you agree with it or not, we can't say when people say things that we like and people say things that we agree with, it's okay. But if people say things that are against the grain, unpopular, even insensitive, rude, like they don't also have a right. So I think that we have to pick, are we going to support people or not support people? But if we go down the road of taking away people's ability to say what they want to say, that's going to be a lot of trouble. So,
yes.
And so let me just add one thing too about I just got to say, okay, the one thing that rubbed me a little bit of the wrong way about Adidas making all that money, and guys, we're entrepreneurs, we're business owners, so we're about our business. But if your reason for breaking ties is because you were so offended and it was so wrong, then you wouldn't want to make any money at all. Like if it was just because of some other type of issue, but you're saying we don't stand for this, we don't want to support you, but by the way, we're going to still make this money.
Facts.
Look, come on, somebody. All right, so those were some hot topics, steaming hot topics. So all this billionaire and millionaire talk kind of wants us to explore new business ventures. Let's talk about it, ladies. So to become a billionaire, to become even a millionaire, we need several sources of income. We talk about it all the time. Multiple sources of income is needed to build wealth. And one of those sources is return on investment. What are you putting your money in, and are you getting a return on that?
Yes, I'm all about this. I love multiple streams of income. And this is good because when we come back, we'll be speaking with Davon Reeves, who is the founder and CEO of Vestor, to give us some insight on commercial real estate. So get ready for some inspiration. We'll be back soon.
I help women make money and increase their net worth. You can find me at mommymillionaire.co, and you can watch me on the Connect Network TV. Make sure to tune in. Oh.
% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi, winners. My name is Terry Kauser, and I'm a credit expert, and I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
Let me guess, life has got you down. But you are ready to get on the path to creating positive and forward momentum and being empowered. A tragedy gave birth to this powerhouse entrepreneur, and now she leads women everywhere. Meet Coach G. She is trained, certified, and leading the way for women. Text The Connect Show to 832-844-6940 for your free discovery call and join our free subscription today.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Major Impact, and thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning with us. We hope you have gotten a ton of value and entertainment, and we are pleased now to be joined by three-time author, hotel owner, and CEO and founder of Vesta, Devon Reeves. Welcome back. Welcome, Devon. Good to have you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey girl, hey, how are you?
Hey,
I'm here with my
Queen.
girls. I'm here with Aquani. I'm here with Ellie. You got to be my new girl because you love Eagles. So we all fam here, okay? League green, baby. That's right.
So we have so much to talk about. And let me start by saying congratulations. Look, big congratulations on being recognized as one of the 100 most inspirational people in global hospitality and travel. Congratulations, love.
Oh, thank you.
I'm excited today because Devon is my investing bestie. We are always hanging out and talking about investments. And today we get to talk about it on the show. So this is super exciting. So first off, I want to just jump right into this because I want to know, Devon, tell the people, how did you come to be the industry leader that you are today?
Well, Aquani, you already know. She's so funny. She is truly my investing bestie. I'll let her tell you. But no, it's been a journey. Some people think it's been an overnight success. But I started off as a front desk agent over 15 years ago. And so I navigated my way from operations by working at the front desk. I got into consulting, asset management, and that's where I learned how to become a hotel owner. I became a full-time entrepreneur in 2017. In 2020, I acquired my first hotel outside of corporate, along with my business partners, the one that made news, the 85-room Home2 Suites in El Reno, Oklahoma. And in 2021, acquired two more properties in Indiana, the 145 Staybridge Suites in Indianapolis Fishers, and then the 86-room Hampton Inn Suites in Scottsburg, Indiana.
You better go ahead.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I am so glad to know you. It's so exciting and inspirational to know a hotel owner that's also teaching other people how to become hotel owners. But what does it feel like? I mean, you're like the first hotel owner in your family, right?
I am, and hopefully I won't be the last. So now we talk about hotel ownership at the dinner table. We talk about hotel ownership at the family reunions. When I talk to other people who I've inspired, now they're having conversations about hotel ownership at the dinner table and at their family reunions. They're putting together groups. They're putting together investment clubs, even not only just for hotels, but they're doing it for office buildings. They're doing it for multifamily. So it's creating a way that it's possible. So me being a hotel owner, it's like, oh wow, my dream come true, because I always wanted to own a hotel, even when I had like no money, no thought, wasn't YouTube back then. It wasn't a Devon Reeves I could Google. Instagram wasn't even out back then. It was just Facebook, and you had to have your student ID. You had to be in college to be on Facebook, right? So I'm telling my age. So that time I did not know that you could become a hotel owner. And so to be in this moment, I think what really reminds me and humbles me is when I speak to people and they say how their story inspired them, how people who actually work in hotels, and they always wanted to own a hotel, but they didn't know it was possible. And so now they can see someone who looks like them, someone who's a woman, someone who's young. So it's the possibilities. When I go to my family reunion, even though my grandmother, unfortunately, I couldn't check her in my hotel, but her sisters were able to see it. Like, not they haven't checked in yet, but they were able to see it. And so to know that my grandmother, when she was growing up and when she was in my age, there was a hotel in her small little town that she couldn't even walk through the front door, let alone thinking about owning it. So just having these moments and think about where my family came from and how they were sharecroppers, and the thought of even owning land was impossible. And so now I'm talking about owning land, owning hotels, and owning more things. Yeah.
I love that. That is so key, right? And I think to see you as a Black woman doing this is so important, because historically in our country, I mean, we have not had access to these opportunities, even any properties that our families may have owned, we couldn't keep them. So why do you feel like it's important for you to raise awareness around Black hotel ownership specifically?
Well, we've been, as a community, Black folks, we've been owning hotels since the late 1800s. So what I'm talking about is not new. So if y'all may see on my face that I'm not like excited, because this is something that we've been doing as a community for over 100 years.
That's amazing.
And during the civil rights movement, we couldn't stay, prior to the civil rights movement, we couldn't even stay at, we only could stay at Black owned establishments. So there was owning a hotel. This isn't new for our community. What happened was, once integration came, we started saying that places that we could not stay before. So a lot of Black owned hotels, you know, they disappeared. They're not here anymore. And so there was a book called The Green Book, where you literally you would look at the book, go through it, and it would literally be houses and hotels and gas stations and restaurants. I mean, Black folks, to be quite honest, we were the original Airbnb, right? Because during the civil rights movement, they had to go with the Green Book and look, and people would literally rent out their houses, or you could see what kind of hotels that you can stay at. So I'm bringing more. I just wanted to see more people who look like me at the industry conferences that I go to. You know, a lot of times I was the only Black, the only female, the only woman. I mean, and the youngest, excuse me. So a lot of times I was all three. And so now the conferences are starting to change. Now we're starting to see more and more people who look like me. You know, I'm seeing more and more women. So it's just more awareness. And really, I just wanted more people who look at me at these conferences. That's really what it was, right?
Yes.
And I saw the amount of money that is created through hotel ownership, because when you stay at hotels, you're paying for someone's child to get through college and medical school, and you're literally building generational wealth for them. And you have folks, 3rd, 4th generation hotel owners, because we're saying, and our grandparents and parents were saying that these hotels, now something that we can do. So my grandma always told me you need to have at least one paid off house in the family. That's all she said. She really wasn't big on investing. She wasn't talking about owning land. She just said, look, just have one paid off house in the family. That way everybody always got a place to stay. So now I just want to take it to the next level. I understand why she says that now, but I want to take it to the next level where I want to have one paid off hotel in the family. That way my son, because I have a 4-year-old, he gonna always have a job.
Yeah.
Right? Always have a place to stay, and he always going to have wealth. Matter of fact, not even just my son, but everybody. So if my cousin be like, Davon, I need some money. Look, I got this hotel you can work at.
I know that's right. You're like, go ahead. Listen.
We got some rooms you can clean. We got some folks you can check in.
Right.
So that type of stuff is just keeping it in the family. And that's how the Indian community, they own over 60% of the hotels, because they kept it within their family.
Yeah.
They had their family and their work, and now they got paid off hotels, and they have a portfolio of 10s and 20s and, you know, hundreds of hotels that they're able to generate that cash flow and really create that generational wealth.
So let me tell you why I love this conversation. You actually said the word, and it's awareness. Like, you're making it. And I love the fact that you said, you know, once you've done this, and then there started being more conversations, even in your own family, but now it's spreading because people have gotten so far from thinking that it's possible for them. So just thank you for the awareness. Thank you for having a conversation. Thank you for being a trailblazer, because that really does happen when people see you and they say, okay, she did it. Now it becomes more real. Now it becomes, well, maybe I can do it too. And that's how it starts. I just love you, ladies. So let me ask you, how can consumers find more Black owned hotels to support? We need to get back to that.
So I actually have a website called Stay Black Experience. It's a list of all different Black owned hotels, or hotels that have a Black manager. That's another way that you can go in support. Salamander Hotels, which is owned by Sheila Johnson. She's I believe one of the only Black for luxury. So a lot of times when you get into Black hotel owners, it's, you know, smaller hotels like my hotels, and it's not really large enough for you to have a meeting space or have that luxury experience. But Sheila Johnson, she founded Salamander Hotels. So she owns them and she manages them. So she's definitely a trailblazer. So you can definitely stay and support her. For the folks who want to get into hotel ownership or hotel investing, I have a book called How to Be a Hotel Owner. So it literally walks you through how to buy a hotel. I have interactive videos where other Black hotel owners, and they share their stories. And we even walk you through how to analyze a hotel within 20 minutes or less.
I love that.
Thank you so much. This has been a super valuable conversation. Thank you for being here with us today. So can you please tell viewers how can they reach out to you, follow you, support you?
Yes,
Thank you.
all your handles, girl, please.
Thank you. So I am on social media at Davon Reeves. For my folks who are on LinkedIn, I am on LinkedIn as well, Davon Reeves. And you can go to Vesterr.com, VESTERR.com to get on our mailing list. So that way you can stay tuned when we have our upcoming deals available.
Thank you so much. So don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for that conversation and the tips and the perspective. Truly look inspirational. And so guys, don't go anywhere. Next, as always, the fabulous London Knighton is giving us the tea entertainment news. This is going to be super fun.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
Chris Lamont. I'm Calvin Lamont, and we are from HGTV's Buy to Build It, and you can follow us on Instagram at the Chris Lamont and at the Calvin Lamont, and we're excited to be here. Find us on the Connect Network TV. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Connect Network's Major Impact on DCW Channel 50. We have had a great time talking with guest Davon Reeves. She is amazing, but the fun is not over yet. Sitting with us right now is our entertainment contributor, my girl, London Knighton. Hey, London, welcome back to Major Impact.
My bad, girl. Welcome back to Major Impact. You know, I'll be excited.
We're excited to have you back for all the tea.
So fine. Hashtag God did good. Okay. Now, keeping my ear to the streets, and I'm back with the tea. Here it is while it's hot. So, apparently, Donald Trump is disgusted with DC. Ladies, have you heard?
Look, listen, he always has something to say, so I can only imagine. Look, elaborate so we can let you know how we feel about this.
Listen, let me tell you what's tea, okay? So recently, after having to appear in federal court for allegedly trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election result, Donald Trump made headlines telling reporters DC is filthy. And I quote, he stated, "It's very sad driving through Washington, D.C., seeing the filth and the decay, all the broken buildings and walls, the graffiti. This is not the place that I left." Now, the irony of the situation, ladies, is that reporters report it was they traced his route that very day, the exact route, and he went past no broken buildings, no graffiti, if walls at all, more like bridges and greenery. Hashtag distraction much. I mean, like he's still at it. He's still at it. And from go ahead.
It's disheartening, right? Like we expect him to just nothing super positive. I'm trying to be PC. Nothing super positive ever come from him. And at some point, like, it's just so disheartening. Like, can you just be positive and say something? All cities, can we be real? I'm from Philly, y'all. All cities have good areas and bad areas. And that's just the real of it, right? So how about instead of being so negative, you talk about a solution, an initiative, something of that nature. Like, that's really what I want to see. But I'm not surprised, child.
And it just is another sign that he takes no accountability. Like, you're just leaving your indictment and this is the first thing you're tweeting. I just call him a grumpy grandpa. Like, he's just a big grumpy mess. And I'm like, at what point is he going to go and sit down? Because at this point, nobody wants you to try to be president again. Like, I'm just tired. I'm just too much.
I'm tired of it, and I'm not here for it. And he may have to sit down in the clinker. And I'm just saying, if accountability is held, okay?
I don't know. We've seen what can happen when you put stuff in the courts, and I'm not confident that this is going to have the result that most people are expecting. I think that we're going through the process required to make sure someone is held accountable for all the things that happen, but I'm just not sure that the outcome is going to be the outcome we have in mind. But we'll see. I'm trying to stay optimistic about the system.
The city was all a stir buzz, if you rather, because the beehive was in full effect after Queen Mother herself shut the city down with a Z, down, and an exclamation, down, this weekend, bringing the Renaissance Tour to the city of Washington, D.C., actually Landover, Maryland at FedEx Field. And it was amazing. I heard everybody brought their mother, sister, auntie, cousins out, which is the great trickling effect that we need to jumpstart economy, you know, because you're from the vendors to the Uber drivers to everybody who paid a ticket. That's just a trickling effect of money to be spread around the city, and we need it. And it may go to help making the city even more beautiful. How about that, Donald Trump? Okay. Yes. Oh, but you know what was interesting about this weekend's festivities regarding Beyonce? On the second day, it stormed cats and dogs, and there were no ride share allowed to the stadium. I don't know if there was a security incident or what. The first day they allowed ride shares, etc. Our beautiful executive producer, Miss Natalie Cargile, went, and I'm sure she's going to give us all the rundown on how everything she experienced. I'm saving my hope for a later date. I might have to fly to Miami or Texas because, you know, I did not get to be in the place to be, but I digress. I'm keeping hope alive for the Hive. Okay.
Listen, I am a B fan, and I was in the audience, and I tell you, she brought all the action to the stage and did a 2.5+ hour show. And I've seen Beyonce from the beginning. Okay. So one thing I will say is I bought the tickets when she used to fit in the Verizon Center and she was on tour with Robin Thicke, and you could sit on the floor for $100. These tickets were not $100, but I still think it was worth it. She brought all the players out, including Blue Ivy, did her own little dance routine and had her fans cheering for her too. So it was just a great show overall. And I would say if you could swing it, definitely be in the house for one of the last tour dates.
I must.
Yes, I'm gonna go.
Hashtag Burgundy and Soul. Hashtag Burgundy and Go. Love you, ladies.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
London.
Bye, London.
So we talked about a ton today with the hot topics, Adidas, crowdfunding, hotel, generational wealth. So thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. Make sure you stay connected with Major Impact, Aquania, Ellie, Terry. We see you every Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. DCW Channel 50. Have an amazing weekend.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all next week. Bye, y'all.